Hello students, welcome back. Now we are going to deal here the credit creation process with the multiple banks. Okay, in the earlier video we have seen the credit creation process by a single bank. Now here we are going to deal with the credit creation process by the multiple banks. Okay, now see, Mr. P actually deposited the money to bank A. Okay, we are taking the same example, we are not changing the example here. Okay, so Mr. P has deposited 1000 rupees to bank A. Okay, and that bank balance sheet will be like this: new deposits. Actually the deposit is actually what the liability for the bank. Okay, and these deposit, when the bank is utilizing for giving the loan to XYZ, so that loan will become what? It will become an asset for the bank. Okay, so this is actually the case with the bank A. Okay, when the initial deposit of 1000 rupees is actually deposited by Mr. P. So new deposit of 1000 is actually the liability and the asset is that the cash of 1000 rupees. Okay, now see, from that the bank will keep the certain CRR, that is 20% as a CRR of 200 rupees, and the rest of the amount will be given as a loan to Mr. X. Okay, so 800 is given as a loan to X. Now it's not necessary, as I said, it is not necessary that the Mr. X will keep that money with the bank A only. It may be possible that he has given it to someone else, or he had deposited that money to the other bank. So here we are considering that Mr. X has deposited that money to the bank B. Okay, so 800 rupees will be deposited to bank B, and here the CRR is 160, and loan to Y is there. The bank B is giving the loan to Mr. Y, so 640 is actually the loan. The same is the case with the bank C. Bank C is actually giving the loan of 512. Rest of the amount is keeping as a CRR, that is to Mr. Z. Okay, and Mr. Z will depositing it to the money. Will deposit the money of 512 to D bank, and this bank D will keep the 20%, that is 102 as a CRR, and the rest of the amount will be given as a loan to Mr. Q, that is 412. Okay, so in this way this credit creation is done with the multiple banks. Okay, now again we will see a consolidated sheet here. In the consolidated sheet, the credit creation will be reflected like this. So here, instead of the individual, we are considering what? The banks. So bank A, B, C and D. Okay, so primary deposit, initial primary deposit is of 1000. For the B, that initial deposit, primary deposit is of 800 rupees, and for the C, this initial primary deposit is of 640. D, for D it is 512, and that will continue. Okay, now see, this CRR is remaining the same, that is 20%, because CRR is not deposited by CRR is not decided by an individual bank. The CRR is decided by the central bank, which every bank has to follow. Okay, so CRR is remaining the same, that is 200, 160, 128, 102, and it will goes on. And the credit is created, that is 800 rupees in the case of the first bank. In the case of initial amount of 1000 is deposited with the bank A, then 640, then 512, 410, and this will continue till the 4000 rupees. Okay, because our credit multiplier is 5 here. Okay, so in this way the credit is generated by the multiple banks. But this credit creation process has certain limitations also. What are the limitations? The limitation is that the amount of cash. Amount of cash, whatever is the initial primary deposit, that initial primary deposit actually decide the fate of the credit creation. So here, when the amount of cash which is deposited earlier is less, then the credit creation will also be in the same manner. Okay, so amount of cash. And see, in the developing countries where the people have the less banking habits, so in the developing countries this credit creation process is somewhat is restricted because of the saving habits of the individual. So amount of cash is again is one of the limitation. Then the second is the CRR. CRR, cash reserve ratio. Okay, if the CRR is higher, then the credit creation will be less. If the CRR is less, then the credit creation will be more, because we have seen that the credit multiplier is actually the reciprocal of the CRR. If the cash reserve ratio is 20%, so credit multiplier is 5. If the cash CRR is 10%, then the credit multiplier is 10. Okay, and if the CRR is 5%, then the credit multiplier will be 20. So if the CRR is more, then the credit creation will be less. So it depends on the banking system, and it depends on the environment, banking environment. It depends on the business environment also. On the condition of the business environment, then the central bank decides the CRR. Okay. Then the business conditions. Business conditions also play an important role in the credit creation process. See, when we are talking about the depressionary situation or recession, so in that situation, the people approaches less to the bank for the loan sale, because there is actually the pessimistic situation, pessimism in terms of the business. So the people do not approaches the bank for the loan sale. And if the business condition is actually of the peak time, okay, or there is actually the boom in the economy, so there will be the more credit creation, because there will be the more borrower which will approach to the bank for the loan sale. Okay, so the business condition is also an important ingredient in the deciding the credit creation. Then the next one is the availability of the borrowers. Okay, so if there are the more borrowers, there will be the more credit creation. If the borrowers are less, so the credit creation cannot be more, because see, the loan will be given to the individual. If an individual is not approaching to the bank for the sake of loan, then to whom the loan will be granted by the bank? So it's very necessary that there should be the availability of the genuine borrowers. Again, there is a requirement of the availability of the securities, because the bank gives the loan on the basis of the certain securities. Okay, the bank does not give the loan blindly to the individual. So when the loan is granted, the certain security is also pledged by the individual. So what is the nature of the security? What is actually its value? On that basis also the bank is actually gives the loan. Okay, so availability of the security is also important. Similarly, the banking habit, as I said earlier, if the people have the banking habits, so the credit creation will be more. Savings, if the people is actually having the saving habit, they are approaching to the bank for depositing the money, so there will be the credit creation. But if the people are not having the more banking habits, so it will have the adverse effect on the credit creation process. So these are basically the limitations of the credit creations: amount of cash, CRR, business condition, availability of borrowers, availability of securities, and the banking habits. Okay, one thing I would like to tell you that the bank basically does not have the single borrower. The bank has the multiple borrowers, number of borrowers. Okay, so again there is not necessary that everyone who is depositing the money is approaching to the very next day for withdrawing the money. Okay, so bank has the multiple borrowers, and again there are the people who do not withdraw the money instantly. So just because of these two situations, that the bank has the number of borrowers, and again the individuals are not approaching to the bank for borrowing the money, the bank actually utilize these things, and this way the bank actually creates the more credit. Okay, again one thing is that the bank has the certain cushions for the credit creations. Okay, bank actually repay the liabilities also. So these all are the process of the credit creation by the commercial bank. This is one of the important function of the commercial bank, apart from the primary, secondary and agency and general utility functions. Okay, so these all are from my side, that is the credit creation. Okay, in the next video lecture we are going to deal with the investment conditions or investment which is done by the commercial banks. Thank you.